What's good, Taurus? Let's see what's going on for you over the next 7 days. If you are new, welcome to our Love Nest. If you're returning, welcome back. TT is here checking on the energy for all of my Taurians in our Love Nest. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are cross-watching, welcome as well. Let's see what is manifesting for Taurus over the next 7 days. What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of? All right. Let's tap in with the angel of all four directions. What's at the crossroads for Taurus? Divine messages for my Taurus collective spirit. We have ancestor altar. Okay, pretty much straight up. All right. I feel like you need to meet. You need to tap in with water placements. All right. Some of you guys, you need to refill your water. All right. Something about beach water or river water, sweet water may be significant to you. I feel like you're going to be healing. Some of you guys, it's a water sign, air sign. Like, I feel like you have to let go of some love connections. All right. For those of you that do altar work, I'm seeing you do like self-love cord cutting rituals. I'm seeing, just conversating with your ancestors about these connections, getting directions. For some of you, you may be trying to decide between two people. All right. This is interesting. With creativity in reverse, whoever these connections are, they are connections or love connections that block your creativity. They don't have to be a water sign or air sign, but the gist of this message is that there are two significant love connections that restrict you from being able to confidently tap into your connection or your relationship with your ancestors. I'm also hearing this may be past life connections, so siblings, family members, or something of that sort. Okay, because I am picking up two-face energy with Gemini. All right, I'm also picking up like extra critical, so communications with people that are extremely critical of your ancestor altars. All right. These would have to be people in your life that are very vocal about your belief systems, or they're very two-faced. So they say one thing to you, and then they say something else to someone else. All right. With this water sign energy, I'm picking up connections or karmic soulmate connections that try to project feelings. I am picking up energies of projecting feelings to affect your confidence or your self-esteem. There's a particular route that you're meant to be taking, and it's through your ancestors that you're going to reap a lot of positive benefits from, a lot of blessings and things like that. However, these romantic connections will block you from that blessing. I feel like whoever these romantic, platonic, friend, family, foes are, there's something about do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. All right, so there's significant connections that will swallow their pride. They will swallow their true feelings or intentions towards you, Taurus, in order to do something the easy way. Right? We have rest. Okay, these are connections that leave you feeling depleted. They leave you feeling tired. Okay? And when you reject them or you're not interested in like overindulging and like partying, having fun and stuff like that, that's when they tend to reach out to you and want to see what you're up to. So they kind of work on you or wait until you are on vacation. It's almost like they know when you're healing. These are connections in your life that knows when you're healing. They know when you're in a good mood. They kind of wait until you're in that good vibe again where you're wanting to have fun and just be a energy boost. Okay, I'm seeing you as a psychic medium. okay, with all this purple here. You're some type of psychic medium, but it's almost like you're the plug, Taurus. We have letters in a name, A, S, H, L, or N. Okay, there's going to be some truth that come out about these letters, first, middle, or last name. Okay, your intuition is telling you, again, you're going to have to change course. Or get out of the way. There's something about you getting out of the way of other people's lessons and experiences. You could be the age 32, 48, 65, I heard. Who can I run to share this? Who can I run to when you need love? So Spirit is saying when you need love and you feel lonely, meet them at the crossroads, okay? So Papa Legba energy is definitely here with the crossroads energy. All right, but this is also talking to that Father, all right, God, whoever source you connect with, that will help you how to deal with endings and beginnings. Okay, these ancestors are helping you to process like letting go of people. So you may be struggling with letting go. Okay. There's going to be some type of truth that comes out that's revealed to you that kind of forces you to make a choice. Even if you make no choice at all, it's equivalent to making a choice. If you've been like neglecting your intuition, or there's been a fleeing type of situation, because we have fleeing and fame. Okay, so someone could be really gaslighting you with this happiness energy. They want to make money with you, but they just want like a fling. So if you walk away from situations where you feel like it wasn't what it was cracked up to be, you didn't really listen to your boundaries, you kind of folded on your boundaries. There's something about you not folding on your boundaries. All right, we have Earth sign. Right now, you are your soulmate. Okay? Or this is soul tribe energy. I feel like many of you are meant to, especially over the next 7 days, is to be in a relationship with yourselves. I'm talking about intentionally dating yourself, going for walks with yourselves, journaling with yourselves. I'm seeing some of you actually do that, and it's going to be very healing for you. That's also where you're going to let go of a lot of different disappointments of past relationships. There has been a emotional blockage when it comes to you being able to open up to new love due to some type of breakup. And I keep getting, no matter how many times I shuffle it, it keeps showing me letters A, S, H, L, or N. Confirmation from Spirit. Spirit may be telling you this is just a one night stand. This is a fling. This is small league when you can be going big league. And it feels like on your free time, you could be teaching yourself something on your free time. That's what they're pretty much saying. There's a lot of free time that you have to manifest with. Some of you, this is about you moving. All right, when you move cross state lines, or I see someone like considering like relocating, maybe jobs, roommate situation, living situation. Things are predicted to increase for you. That's what I'm seeing. This manager, for those of you that had a manager that wasn't trying to give you any type of improvement, or they weren't trying to help you like advance in the career. All right, I'm hearing some of you have already gone through this already. So take that how it resonates. But if you are under the age of 35, for sure, you may be going through that transition right now where you're either going to move to another state, relocate different jobs. There's some type of major life event, and this is your confirmation. that the blockage for you is either water, air, or earth sign, strong 3 elements coming up. They were not trying to give you the recognition. They were never going to give you, they were never going to open that door for you. So you to be able to manifest more money or something like that. It was like it was meant for you to not see it as a loss, but as a blessing in disguise. Because you're meant to have something that's going to render you blessings more long term, Taurus. All right, so let's see. You don't like to give up on things. That's what Spirit is telling me. Like, when you initiate something, you get really invested and you don't like to give up on people, places, and things. Because if you give up on something, it's equivalent to you feeling like you made the wrong choice. And your pride doesn't want you, your pride doesn't want to accept that you made the wrong choice. So it's really pride that keeps you stuck to the connection longer than it is actual love. Okay? It's more or less like accepting defeat. So you may emotionally detach for a period of time, but you always come right back to something. This could be a career. All right? This could be like an old habit that you've been trying to knock. Okay? Habits could be something as simple as okay, put that down, Papa. Put it down for me. Thank you. Give me some water. You start getting lonely. It's something about thirsty. Like, you can hold out for a long time until you start getting thirsty. The routine, the mundane routine of sticking to something long term starts to become like, all I do is work, go to sleep, work again, and you start desiring a reckless energy. And I feel like you're really hard on yourself. It's not coming from a space of love. It's coming from a space of fear that you'll go back to failing again, fear that you'll repeat another cycle, and fear of the things that you don't want confirmation from Spirit. That fear pretty much guarantees that you're going to repeat the same cycle. Because you got to release the fear, okay? What you scared of? What are you scared of? Let's see what you're scared of, Taurus. You're scared of being, what's that word? It's like you're scared of being considered like a punk or a chump or a coward. You're scared of someone else being able to say, I told you so. So you calculate it so well to the point where you'll re-listen to something over and over again to make it stick. And you'll try to force the change or force the commitment to stick to a regimen or a routine. And it's like punishing yourself. Yeah. It's like punishing yourself. Because the emotions is so heavy to feel. Like, it's so uncomfortable to feel. It's so uncomfortable to experience right now. So your autopilot is to just transform your physical body, right? Go on diets, binge something. Some of y'all may be the extreme of the opposite, but I'm seeing like binge eating, going on strict diet plans, detoxing, restricting yourself from certain pleasures. I'm also seeing like fad diets. I'm seeing hard ass, unrealistic workout plans that really tear up your body more than it does repair it. And in the space in between how you take a rest. You know what I'm saying? Spirit's not saying that you can't focus on building those muscles and building those disciplines, but give yourself permission to take a break so you can feel those emotions. And this way you're not looking at yourself like you deserve this to happen to you because you were too dumb or too foolish to realize that it was not going to work out, or you're doing the same thing. At that point, that's a familiar program of fear being like an autopilot, you know? So think back. when you were a child, this was a normal belief system that was taught to us. And a lot of y'all are running, or y'all like pushing yourselves to do something. I mean, damn, I'm tired. Just tapping into this energy is fucking tiring, okay? I feel like I'm like breathing hard. I don't know if y'all like listen to me while y'all be jogging or walking or fast paced walking at night. Or y'all have this program, there's this belief system. It's definitely a belief system because they're showing me like ass whoopings, spankings, being popped, stuff like that. Fear of your parents catching you sneaking or doing something. Some of y'all, this fear dates back to getting in trouble, sitting down doing nothing, right? Getting in trouble by your parents, getting caught resting, getting caught doing nothing, being like, oh, I work all day and all you do is sit home and do nothing. And so out of fear of hearing someone have to say that to you, you're very meticulous about avoiding confrontation. You think a million miles a minute and try to think for the people around you to avoid confrontation with them and do everything right. And then when you realize that not even that is recognized, that not even that is appreciated, not even that consistency is considered, then it's like you do like this deflated and you blow up, right? Because there's this energy of just not wanting to rock the boat. I don't know what it is. It may be regards to, like, if you don't play nice, somebody can take the food off your table. They won't pay your bills. Certain things will go undone. And so you have to negotiate or compromise with people that have the ability to place their prejudice or their biases over you and your way of existing. So this is this is a big judgment call. And like I said, some of y'all, this is breaking up with someone. Some of y'all, this is like, I'm going to get rid of all of y'all. I don't have to choose nobody. So if there's a pressure of like, choose who you want, choose which one of you want, and there's like this tug of war between two lovers, I see you cutting cords with that. Like, fuck it, all y'all can go, right? Because at this point, you're your own soulmate. It's either you're sacrificing yourself for them, or you're gonna sacrifice holding on to all these people, places, and things for yourself. So this week, you're really being okay. Papa is really like, make a decision, learn this karmic lesson, and make a decision. Let fucking go. That's the old new. That's the old you. That person is already dead and gone. The moment you woke up this morning, whenever you watch this video, 5 minutes ago is dead and gone. So what if people say, oh, you y'all break up and get back together? As of today, you don't know what the future holds. That ain't none of your business. Papa ain't give you that Rolling Stone yet. But what you can stand on a surety is that as of today, you choose peace. As of today, you do not have to get into war with, decisions. All right. And the only way to really know what your intuition is saying and what your heart is saying is by feeling the emotions, because I feel like tapping into the emotions is going to help you realize that. Let me tell you, I'm going to share a testimony with y'all right quick, okay? Bear with me. We do not rush spirit over here. We do not rush Papa over here. Whatever message has to come through the divine messenger, we're going to sit here and analyze and research the facts about the thing, okay? So I'm going to need y'all to let up off me. And let me say what I got to say. Thank you, Papa. So, once upon a time, I've always wanted to say that, okay? No, let me stop for real. All right, so not too long ago, a couple years ago, for sure. I don't know where I heard it, but there was this story about a man that had a rock and he wanted to push the rock up a hill to get it to the top of the mountain. And he's every day he's pushing this rock up this mountain or up this hill, and eventually his body gives out over and over again. The rock falls back down, and he comes to attempt to pull this rock up the hill again and again and again. So one day, I don't know who said it to him, or if it was a bird or animal or something like that, asked him what he was doing. And he said he's trying to get the rock up to the top of the hill. And a boulder, I think that's what they called it. And they asked him a question. Have you ever thought about letting the rock fall? And he was like, no. And they told him to try it or something like that. Long story short, in that story or in that analogy, the moral of the story was, who was the person, judgment, that told you that you even needed to take that rock and put it to the top of the hill? What got you going to go there every single day and push the rock up the hill? What motivated you? What drove you to that desire? And if you can't even remember who gave you the desire, where it's coming from, or why you even want to do it, then that's fate, right? You're fated to go there every single day and try to push something up a hill. That autopilot is something that's fated. It's a will. It's a karmic lesson, right? You don't ask no questions. You just show up with the intention to get it done. But what is it that drives you to do whatever it is that you do? And you can change this analogy to anything. What gets you going to work every day? What gets you showing up for this every day? What is your why? And if it's a person, if it's a place, or if it's a thing, none of those things you can take with you when you die. And if you can't take those things with you, person, place, or thing, then at any given moment, you have the free will to decide that you don't want to participate. The most powerful destiny is the presence of choice. You can rest confidently and assured that your free will of choice, when you know that you're the person making the decisions, when you know that you're the person desiring the things that you want, then you're at a space of awakening. Then you're at a space of being woke. Without that realization, without that awareness, you're going to always repeat the same messages. And I'm going to always be here to remind you that you can put it down. Okay? You can choose not to decide. You can choose to do nothing at all. You can choose love, not war. All right? And choosing love over war doesn't mean that you're converting to the other person's perspective, or they're converting to yours and there's a solution. It's the middle ground. You're welcome to have your perspective. I'm welcome to have my perspective. There's more space and opportunity for all of us to exist simultaneously in the same reality. Okay? In the same universe. Okay? And this doctrine predates back to the concept that was given by the judges and the creators of the belief system. Monotheism, right? One God, one mind, one action. It's the spell, okay? The program, okay? That gets everyone believing that they have to force people to do it their way. that they have to force everyone to believe like them, think like them, move like them. And even though you move away from certain religions and so forth, you still bring that same ideology, belief system with you. And then you wield that belief over your friends, your family, and your lifestyles. It's your own personal prejudice, your own personal biases, because you're still trying to understand why are you so driven to feel as if you need to know the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? That's a clear indication that you're at war with yourself, between two parts of your own brain. Who is right and who is wrong? Can there be a third option where no one is right? Can we all agree to disagree? There is a third option. If you see here, you got a line in the middle, and then you have one this way. Okay? You can choose to be in opposition, or you can choose to respect each other. You can choose to agree to disagree. There's always a solution. I feel like with these principles, okay, 9/11, rebellion, rebellion, the presence of rebellion, for me, I consider it as confirmation of the stickiness, the ickiness that are on other people when they are uncomfortable with another person's belief systems, their religion, the way that they do things. If it's not palatable to them, if they're not stuck to the same curses, it's an uncomfortable experience. So it's naturally that like every computer virus is designed to attack anything foreign. So I feel like y'all that are rebellious, okay, people want to change that about you. It's a normal human reaction because they are a zombie. They're in zombie land. And the reason why I'm telling you this in such a calm manner is because I'm not an author of confusion. It just is what it is. And when you understand that things are not personal, you can let go of a lot more things, and you can have way more friendships with people from different walks of life, different faiths, and all those different things. But over the next 7 days, you're going to get new friends. You're going to get new support systems. You're going to go through your belief systems, and you're going to be confronting. All right, I feel like this is a war between yourself. It's between you and you. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody but you and you. Because in order to change your reality around you, you got to change what's on autopilot on the inside. Okay, and I'm not just talking about in your heart space. What belief systems, what narratives of victimhood have you agreed to? What judgment? Oh, I'm afraid someone's going to look at me crazy if I do this. What judgments have you committed to? So let's get the remedy right quick. And then you need to perform your own mathematical equation over your psyche. Because that's where the optical illusion is playing out the most. It's in your psyche. And so, yes, people will be attracted to you, and they're able to see your psyche has a particular program, and then they can manipulate it. Okay? They can manipulate you using your own programs. It's called inception. So let's see. Spirit, what deck you want me to use? Let's get the remedy for you, Taurus. Get you some homework to reflect on over the next 7 days. Let's move you from poverty to riches. Let's transmute hate into love. Let's cross over together at this time. If you're ready to cross over, drop in the comment section. I am ready to cross over. I am ready to rise. And if you're really about some magic, go ahead and comment in the comment section. Why am I so awakened? Why am I so woke? Why am I so magnificent? Why am I so in love with myself? Ask yourselves those questions in the comment section. Don't be shy about it either. All right, let's bring peace into the situation. Spirit, what's the remedy for all of my Taurians for them to reflect on over the next 7 days? All right, we got the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Two of Cups, and then we have the Magician and the, what is this? The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All right, Taurus, let me sit with this for a second. Let me listen to Spirit at this time. Let me see what Papa is saying to me. Honey, 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 honey. I can see the stars all away from here as we dance the night on my window pane. A lot of these songs be having the keys. Damn. Spirit be dropping keys all over the place. Like all over the world. Long before you even was going to find it. Long before we even knew it, they even correlated. I'm talking about down to the names of alter egos. Down to the names, your nicknames, all your surnames. All those things were by design. Okay. I got distracted. Okay, listen. Let me come back. Taurus, how to keep the peace. Diplomacy. All right. So this is about you feeling bad. You feel bad, or you were made to feel bad when the people or the person that you love are not happy all the time or in agreement all the time. There's something about this is a belief that everyone will hurt you. So all of your soulmate connections that you have, anytime there's ever been anyone connected to you outside of yourself, there's a program that has been passed down or that you have agreed to. You have agreed that anytime that you connect with another person, they like to change your belief system. They waste your time. They like to do things in a way to trick you into believing like them, thinking like them. Okay? So as a way to protect yourself, it's like beating them to the punch. Yeah, it's like beating them to the punch. So you start doing things on autopilot, like you'll become a workaholic or you'll get extremely lazy, all right, which can seep into depression, can seep into anxiety, being emotionally, spiritually, and mentally somewhere else, right, or longing to be anywhere but home or anywhere but with a person. There's also this energy of having no initiative. Like, it creates a set of, like, you can calculate this reaction, and this is your way of pushing a person away. This is your way of them feeling for those of you where a person has abused you, hurt you, or anything like that, you have a way of warding off these types of people by being the extreme opposite of whatever it is they desire from you. So if a person desires from you that you submit, or you let them have control, that triggers this program in your subconscious mind that refuses that. But rather than argue back and forth with them, you'll hold that in, and you'll allow them to believe that you are capable of doing that, or you'll do it, but you'll have your own narrative running. So you might do certain things where it's like, well, I'm not going to bust your bubble and tell you that I don't want to do that. I'm just not going to show up in the way that you want me to show up. I'm going to do the exact opposite of whatever it is you're asking me to do, because they've tripped some type of circuit breaker in your subconscious mind that reminds you of a familiar experience. And it's something about the tone of voice. It's something about this even trickles out in the way you observe people. Like, let's say you meet somebody and you observe the way that they treat other people, and you look at them and you start to profile them, right, as being a particular type of person. And if you're unable to successfully change them to believe in the way in which you believe, so you feel safer in the relationship or the connection, you'll result to neglecting the relationship and doing the exact opposite of whatever it is that they want from you, so they don't get comfortable. It's something about you not wanting, your subconscious mind has a program of not wanting people to get comfortable with connecting with you, joining forces with you. So it's like a series of tests play out. And it's like you want them to know it's a risky investment anytime. You want them to know subconsciously that it's a risky investment doing business with you, that there's repercussions to doing business with you. So you send out a telepathic message like a pheromone or some type of skunk. I'm picking up skunk spirit. You know how a skunk is skittish, right? Unless you touch them, they don't really secrete that smell that wards a person off. So you'll start to secrete a certain warning pheromone where it says that I'm not going to be I'm not going to help you in this certain way. I'm not going to go over and bend over backwards. You got to prove yourself to me. Your inner voice becomes so loud that the other person telepathically picks up on the fact that you are going to be a piece of motherfucking work. And they start calculating if it's even worth trying to date you, get to know you. And it has something to do with this energy in your subconscious mind, this program in your subconscious mind that hits a certain, where y'all start speaking two different languages. So if you've noticed that a person repels you and you want to love them, but they run away from you, it has something to do with this could be like I said, a pheromone, bodily secretion. This could be the way that, it's just the frequency. And it feels like a trap, like you have set up some type of rat trap. So they look at you and say, nah, that's trouble right there. Might want to watch out for that damn Taurus. And this is only going to be for those of you that resonate, because you're concealing the fact that you view them to be some type of user. You view them to be some type of benefit to you, but you want them to be charitable and good to you. Almost like don't bite the hand that feeds you. And then you want to control or have some type of dictatorship of who they express this generosity to out in the community. Lord forbid they can never cheat on a Taurus, right? Infidelity is just not allowed. So curiosity will kill them in a way, because you become the judge and executioner of that connection. It's a way to judge them in a indirect way. You're judging them and they know it. So you're the author of confusion in your subconscious mind. You don't have tolerance for growth or expansion with another person. You don't have tolerance for someone that someone that is irresponsible. You don't have tolerance for them. Someone that's a workaholic and they neglect you. You don't have tolerance for them. You don't have tolerance for people that are lazy. Okay. Where they make risky investments, they gamble, they're cheap. There's a lot of biases and prejudices here that where it's like you'll never really partner with certain people that aren't of a certain caliber. But the caliber that you're interested in, or the caliber that you're looking for, whew, they would have to be a connection that manipulates just as much as you do in an indiscreet way. But then if they're a manipulator as well, how can you look at them in a way with a biased approach? Like how are you trying to convert them to a good side? But it's like Spirit is saying you're not good. Who told you that? Who told you that you were good? Damn. There are areas of your life that are getting bad luck, bad karma. There are areas of your life that are delayed. There are areas of your life that you desire, but you haven't changed your perspective. You haven't healed from prior connections. So this streak of bad luck that you're experiencing, whoever you are, is a direct reflection of you pretending to be a good person, but lacking the ability to recognize that if you have this program in your subconscious mind and you set people up for their own demise, you are performing some type of magic manipulation, playing like, oh, I didn't get that call, or oh, I didn't hear what you said. If you know you heard what that person said, because I'm seeing here like Spirit is saying like you will lie at telling the truth. Like you're not going to admit this to a person when you first meet them. And if you're not telling them, hey, listen, I'm a liar, and at times to get my way, I will create an argument to get more attention from you. You're not walking into a connection when you just meet someone being that brutally honest. You're not going to do that because you want to keep up the facade that you are a peacemaker. But at times, when you want someone, you may seduce them, right? Let's say you want some attention from your partner, you're a female, and they're not giving it to you. Well, saying that you're not interested in having sex You've shut yourself off emotionally because of the fact that you don't feel they deserve it. So now you're the judge and executor of something that they desire. The pleasure and desire of another person becomes your judgment. So you're the wielder of karma, not only for them, but for yourself as well. I feel like it'd be a whole lot different if you were honest about this, you know. Hey, like, just to let you know, I like attention, and I like my attention to be validated, which means I do want you to call me often. And when you don't call me at a certain time, it makes me feel some type of way. There's something about being brutally honest here. Um, Damn, spirit coming for edges here. This is even like knowing damn well that you want some support in certain areas of your life, but then you want a person to just give it to you without, you know, you want a person to just give you money or help you with certain things because y'all are together. That's also a belief system, like the expectation that because we're in a relationship, you're not able to provide and give me some type of resource, stability, then I'm not going to I'm not going to love you the same because I've determined that you are not worthy. You're not worthy to eat at the table. You're not worthy to go to sleep at night. You're not worthy to receive love. And then you'll start becoming more hostile. You'll start becoming, you'll make little petty arguments. A simple miscommunication will turn into a full-fledged, sitting on opposite sides of the couch, doing little petty things, acting out in certain areas, going to work, not coming home, breadcrumbing, but then turning around and playing victim. Like, I'm in a relationship with you. I'm here. I've been with you all this time. But in the relationship, how are you showing up? And Spirit is saying that this is not something that you just do to other people. It's also how you show up for yourself. When you're not hearing something that you want to hear, and someone has said something like what I'm saying right now to you, now I'm the bad guy, right? And you're evaluating the connection that you have with me because you're trying to figure out whether or not I'm tricking you or lying to you about something that what does any program do? Work hard to protect the program because it's familiar to you. It's not a person that you're familiar with. It's an entity. Some of you guys, when I say entity, I'm talking about sometimes it's parasitic in nature. But for the most part, it's words, spells become living things. Conversation becomes living things. And when you're at a young age and you witness this with your eyes, or you hear this type of conversation happening in your parents, or you watch it on TV, however you receive these messages or these words, at some point you agreed that this was the way in which you interact with another person. So I'm only telling you what's preventing you from experiencing the love that you desire and why you're alone all these years for some of you and why you are still feeling like a castaway, a failure, or unlovable is because this is also how you handle yourselves. And if you don't resonate with it, you don't resonate with it. And so the people around you, your family, your friends in close proximity, when you start saying something different, like, no, I just want to do it just because, or I just want to give to you just because, I don't need nothing in return, it's going to feel weird to them. It's going to feel like you're babying them. They're going to look at you like, why are you talking to me like that? Why are you being nice to me? Pay attention to just the dialogue. They're going to be like, I'm shocked that you wanted to do something nice for me. because you're changing that agreement by speaking differently to yourself and other people. That's the greatest gift of love that you can give, is to be generous with it, no matter who it is. Because really, it's almost like Spirit is saying, it's real simple. You see how justice and intuition sit here? Justice is here saying, this is what you'll be destined or fated to repeat and learn from, creating hell, right? Cause and effect. When you're made aware, because now you're aware of this remedy, so congratulations. Say, now I'm aware of this remedy, and now I'm aware how I'm gonna use this in my life. You're either gonna experience suffering and perpetuate that suffering over the soulmate connections that you are contracted to experience fated events with until you get the picture, or you can choose heaven, nirvana, okay, utopia, whatever you want to call it. And it's that reassurance that you're getting your confirmations and you're getting your insight on how to respond to these experiences from a higher perspective, and not fear speaking to you and causing you to victimize yourself and try to figure out who's the right person or the right belief system to agree with. So this week is very important because I feel like this cold, empty narrative that's been blocking creativity, you've been feeling unloved, and this message is for you. If you've been feeling gloomy, you do not have to remain in a space of survival mode. Ten of Swords, you can take the swords out your back at any given time. You can change the narrative. You can replace every sword. You can pull them out. Okay? You can pull it out by starting with yourself and your subconscious mind. You can place and do a mathematical equation on yourself where you replace the old narrative with the new narrative. And you can give yourself permission to explore what that reality looks like. Okay? And start getting some good luck in your life. Okay? But you're going to have to sacrifice the stubbornness. You're going to have to sacrifice that self-doubt. You're going to have to sacrifice, like, I'm unaware. I lack self-awareness. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You're gonna have to drop that class act. For those that resonate with this message, over the next 7 days, you're gonna experience a crossover. Moving forward, you're gonna stop repeating that same old thought process, same community. You're gonna find yourself, uncovering things in your subconscious mind, and you're gonna find yourself moving to a space of unconditional love. And it's because you're conquering fear. Fear, think about it. Fear does not want me having this conversation with you, but they have no governance over your free will, so long as you want it for yourself. But I do feel as if over the next 7 days, it's going to play out differently for everyone. And it'll take me even longer to sit here and break that down for you. So I do encourage you to book a personal reading for yourself if you feel like you need further guidance on your own particular journeys. My website link is always in the description box if you need that type of spiritual guidance for yourself, okay? So we have one of Avenor. Make peace with your past. Come through, Spirit. Look at that. Opulence. It's time to lead. Over the next 21 days. Okay, the next 21 days, that's 3 weeks. Your life is about to look totally different. I feel like, I forgot the name of that movie where, like, the antlers. You're receiving some type of upgrade, some type of ascension. You're completing an ascension. especially confirmation for those of you that have been feeling like crying more often, purging more often. This is your confirmation that all those tears are necessary in order for you to go through that tiny ass door. Because some of y'all have dropped the key. You've forgotten the remedy, or you stopped practicing it. Okay? So in Alice in Wonderland, what did she have to do? She had to cry and sulk just to make enough water for that key that she felt like she couldn't get to, or whatever that remedy was that she needed to consume in order to shrink herself and get into that small door. All right, there's something about a door that's opening up for you, but in order to walk through this door, you're gonna have to confront. You see how this sword here, like, let me just show you for a second. You see this sword? It's pointing at the mind, the brain. You're gonna have to go into the thick of it. And you saw that sword. I don't know if I moved it already. I think I did. But the Ace of Swords. You're going to have to take that harsh pill of truth and you're going to have to swallow it. And you're going to have to look at yourself, reflect on these things. And there you're going to have your breakthrough. And the visions will become clear and you'll know exactly what you need to do in order to break free of this wall that you've built around yourself. It's going to look different, but I really feel like it's happening for many of you, and I am so honored to be able to deliver this message for you over the next 7 days. You are not alone. As a collective, we are all going through the same energy in different scenarios. So shout out to all of y'all in the comment sections. I love you with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.